We present our work, Interpreting Super-Resolution Networks with Local Attribution Maps. Since the first super-resolution network was proposed, deep learning has dominated the field of image super-resolution, and many networks have been proposed. However, these networks remain mysteries, and what makes their different performance remains unclear. Some scenarios may resonate. One may wonder that, do I need multi-scale architecture or a larger receptive field when designing a new super-resolution network? Or how does non-local attention work? How can I know if it is working? Why different super-resolution networks perform so differently? We lack formal understanding toward these questions and even research tools. In this work, we propose a novel tool to perform attribution analysis to super-resolution networks, which can help answer these questions. What is attribution analysis? Here we show a low-resolution input image on the left and the two different super-resolution results produced by different networks on the right. As can be seen, that ADSR fails to reconstruct correct texture in the center, and RNAN, a network with non-local attention layer, gives better results. But why RNAN gives correct results in the center? What does RNAN notice from the input image that allowed it to make better prediction? And does EDSR notice this information too? Is that why EDSR fails? Attribution analysis helps us to understand this problem. That is, identify input features responsible for the super-resolution results. Attribution analysis is not a new thing for high-level vision networks, such as classification networks. A classification network takes an image as input and outputs the predicted probabilities that this image belongs to a certain category. An attribution method, for example the gradient method, visualizes the most important pixels to the prediction. The results are also called attribution maps. However, the attribution method designed for classification networks cannot be employed to super-resolution networks directly, as the output of super-resolution networks are pixel intensities instead of probabilities. In order to perform attribution analysis to low-level vision networks, we introduce three auxiliary principles. The first one is interpreting local, not global. Due to spatially independency of low-level vision networks, interpreting globally is not feasible, and we aim to find the input pixels that effectively contribute to the reconstruction of a certain local region. The second principle is interpreting hard, not simple. The flat areas and the simple edges are relatively easy to reconstruct. The interpretation of these areas is of limited help in understanding these networks. The last principle is interpreting features, not pixels. If we calculate gradient directly to the output pixels, the major contribution to the gradients is the input pixel intensities, which can provide little help for interpretation. We convert the problem of why these pixels have such intensities to whether there are edges or textures. Here is the proposed local attribution maps, also called LAM. After we get the super-resolution image, we select a local patch and perform feature detection to it. In this work, we use image gradient as the feature detector. That is, dense features has larger gradients. Using the feature detector, we obtain the existence of feature. Finally, we employ path integrated gradient to obtain the attribution map. Path integral gradient consists of baseline input and a path function that changes image from baseline to the input. The design of the baseline input and the pass function is critical to this method. In this work, we designed the baseline input and pass function especially for the super-resolution networks. We use the blurred image as a baseline input and design a progressive blurring pass function to change the blur kernel. The results represent the importance of each pixel in the input low-resolution image with respect to the super-resolution results of the patch we selected. Back to the previous example, the results indicate that FSRCN only utilizes very limited information. ADSR increases the range of information utilization, but still fails to reconstruct correct textures. Non-local network RNN can utilize a wider range of information for better results. Through this tool, we can actually see which non-local areas are involved. In order to perform quantitative analysis using LAM, we propose the diffusion index based on the Gini index to indicate the range of involved pixels. A larger diffusion index indicates more pixels are involved, and more pixels contribute to the super-resolution results. We conduct several experiments to explore the relationship between the LAM results and the super-resolution performance. Our results indicate that the range of pixels involved in the super-resolution process has significant impact to the final super-resolution performance. Super-resolution network with a wider range of involved pixels could achieve better performance. When it comes to the receptive field, for most deep networks, the receptive field is much larger than the pixel range that actually contributes to the super-resolution. Simply expanding the receptive field will not involve more influential pixels. For the network scales, we also tested the LAM results for super-resolution networks with different depths and widths. Deepening or widening the super-resolution network can have a wider range of involved pixels and thus achieve better results. We also observe differences in LAM results on images with different content. We first sort the images with the highest diffusion index value. Some images, even for the most advanced super-resolution networks, the area of noticing is still narrow. It indicates that for these images, super-resolution networks can hardly utilize more information, especially the semantic information. However, images with regular strip and grid textures are very likely to be detected by the super-resolution networks. The results actually point out for super-resolution networks, the extracted and used abstract semantics are different from what people usually understand. Last, we also hold a LAM Playground demo at Google Colab. Thanks for your watching.